Everybody, we are back. It is Tip to Launch, favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders, everything. We are back. Here's already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for 25% off. Also, make sure you guys hit the new QR code we got, right? Of course, this QR code will still work with other stuff as well. So, but you also get this Mendoza shirt, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Las Vegas. Little old school Mendoza shirt there. You know what I mean? Love to see you guys rocking those at a game or something like that. I'd be like, oh, I know where you got that from. I know where you
got to tell them. You got to tell them and then throw on your TDL hoodie.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a good segue because go to tapedontlie.store to get that TDL hoodie, right? So I got the new white hat up there, so make sure you check that out. Yeah, man. So
you got the white hat with the white shirt. You got yourself a little outfit going on.
Yeah, and then you just get you some black. Oh yeah, some slides.
And we got the shorts.
Your shorts
got you covered.
You're ready to go. You're TDL'd out at the game. At the game, you're repping the Raiders and TDL at the same time. It'll work out, guys. All right. So today we're doing Hezekiah Masses and Dalton Johnson. So we're kind of finishing up the day 3 picks here. So then we'll do Malik Benson and Brandon Cleveland after that. But yeah, I mean, nothing really else going on in Raiderland except like Max Crosby dropped a rap song.
What'd you think as the TDL rap expert?
I mean, the flow was surprisingly decent. I was surprised by that.
I was gonna say I'm not like a music connoisseur or critic or anything like that, but like I was like I will listen to it. I'm like I have to. I'm like I'll tell you what, this is probably of the athlete like rap songs. This is one of the better ones, and I did feel like it was a little drowned. Like they drowned out his voice with like the background music. But
yeah,
I remember when Darren Waller first released his song, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
Thank God you're a good tight end, but
Waller's got a lot better though.
Yeah.
Waller's got a lot better. I think he has some of the raps to stay healthy.
Music videos though, they still need some work, but Darren Waller has improved, that's for sure.
Yeah, Crosby looks like somebody who's bored on rehab on rehabilitation for a knee. He's like, I'm bored. Let me put a studio in my house. I can't really run or move or do any work, so let me do a rap album.
Brother, you got to be like, Max, it's May, man. We got like 2 more months before training camp. You got a lot of stuff to do. We might be getting a whole album.
Yeah, I know, man. Might be like 12, 13 songs or something like that, man. I'm sure he's working. He ain't got nothing else to do. And I'm sure he's like a workout freak because he needs something to do. I get it, Max. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets to the facility that as early as they all say, he's still got plenty of hours in the day.
Yeah, he's probably out of there by 12. Like, what else is he gonna do?
He's like, well, now what am I gonna do? Yeah.
Right. All right. So we're doing Hezekiah Masses and Dalton Johnson at a U of A. Of course, I did Hezekiah Masses, and then Matt did Dalton Johnson. So what are your thoughts on Dalton Johnson, Matt?
Yeah, he's a guy that I kind of like to – I call him like a Swiss Army knife. He's kind of like that jack of all trades. I do kind of think he's one of those guys that kind of falls into that category. He's good at a lot of things, but not really great or doesn't have like that elite trait, which that could kind of prevent him from becoming like or ever developing into a true NFL starter. But I think at the very least, I think he's going to be like a very good versatile backup. That's kind of like that like 12th man off the bench, or like that first DB or that first safety, I guess more specifically, that can come off and contribute. Like because the way Arizona used him, he's again like Traden Stukes. I said the same thing with him. Dalton Johnson's frustrating to watch on film because you got to pause it before every play to figure out where he's at on the field. He played a good amount of snaps. I think it was, it was not quite even, but it was basically like around 250 each at either free safety in the box or covering the slot. And you kind of see that a lot on tape too. And on top of it too, like I think he's someone who can contribute in both phases of the game. He's just not like an elite type of guy. That's why he was a 5th round pick. But I definitely like what he brings to the table as far as like being able to wear multiple hats on the defense. And I think when we start talking about guys that are, 5th round or later, you're just hoping that you can get, 4 good years out of him. If you can get 4 good years as like a guy that can come in and plug that you can count on to be a good backup off the bench. If someone needs a blow during the game for a series or 2, he can come in and give you serviceable play. And on top of it, be a spot starter if somebody goes down. like I think that's what you can get in Dalton Johnson, because I think he's a guy that if Jeremy Chin's out, he could play some strong safety. If Taron Johnson's out, I know they have a few options at nickel, but he could potentially man the nickel spot. Whoever's playing free safety is out. If Isaiah Paul or Traden Stukes is out at free safety, Dalton Johnson, I think, can kind of come in and step in and give you at least a couple weeks of solid play. So that's one of the things that I'm most excited about him, is just how well-rounded he is and what he can kind of bring to the table from as far as like just being versatile. And on top of it too, he plays special teams. So
yeah. I like his versatility as well. Like, I mean, that's something you just saw from the U of A guys. I mean, they're just really smart too. I think they're really smart guys. They really know what they're doing out there. And that's why, I agree with you. I think that's for fifth round value. Like, I think there's something there. Like, he could be a guy that might be like a starter, and maybe 2 years from now, you know what I mean? Like, maybe like year 3, he might be a starter. He kind of, especially works through special teams and kind of he keeps earning his spot, comes in, makes a couple plays, right? Because, he has some good ball skills, get a couple interceptions, right? Make that happen. And then you could see him kind of maybe grow throughout the years, and then he could become that starter. So, I mean, that's what kind of feels like at this point, because, if he's not going to, work out, I mean, they're going to be right back trying to find another safety in the draft or trying to replace him in free agency. So we'll see how that goes. But if he shows some flashes, man, I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
The ball skills and the ability to create turnovers were present for sure. I mean, he had 4 picks last year. And I think let's see, I got the numbers up right here. So not going off the top of my head, 4 picks, 5 PBUs from PFF. I think Pro Football Reference had him with 7 pass breakups this past year. So a little bit of blurred lines. And I'll tell you what, we'll look at one of these picks. He actually had one of his PBUs was like a volleyball assist for a pick too. So a guy that created a few turnovers and he only had the 1 forced fumble this year. But obviously that adds to it too. So was responsible for six interceptions or 6 turnovers last year. That's a pretty good rate. 1 every other game almost. So definitely another theme of the Raiders draft. Versatile defensive backs who create turnovers. You can tell that's what Spike Tech's biggest thing was this year, and when evaluating these guys, because all of them can bring that to the table.
Yeah, he's like a above average athlete. I mean, I think the height and weight kind of takes his RAS down a lot, but I mean, everything else is kind of above average, right? I mean, 40 time is good, but I mean, that shuttle time is not good at all.
The change of direction skills, not great. And you can see that a little bit in the stiffness. Like, it's funny. To peel back the curtain a little bit, his strength coach is one of the guys I played with at college, strength coach at Arizona. And I was actually talked to him the other day. I have an article coming out on Silver and Black Pride where I interviewed him and just talked about him. He was saying like one of the biggest things is Dalton Johnson's like super strong. Like he's a strong dude as far as like the squats go, but they wanted to work on him with his like hip fluidity and his change of direction. And he's made tremendous steps, but obviously has some a little while to go. But he did say like the 4.41 40 time, like, was something that was like after the work they put in the offseason, he wasn't surprised, but he was really happy for him for running, because that's a pretty good time. And I think you can see that, but that does kind of the hip stiffness is still there a little bit for what you're looking at the NFL level, and that shows up in his agility testing, which I don't remember off the top of my head what they were, but I know they weren't great times.
Yeah. They weren't great times either, which is a good transition, because the next guy we're talking about did not have a great RAS either, even though his is unofficial because he didn't do any agility testing. But Hezekiah Masses, Masses is a very interesting prospect to me, just because, in zone coverage, he's legit, man. He is legit in zone coverage. He reads things really well. He transitions out of his breaks really well, which is kind of, surprising. I kind of could see why he didn't run some of those drills even at his pro day, because he just have a little stiffness there, and you'll see that in press coverage a little bit. But in zone, man, he reads things really well. He can bait quarterbacks, gets a lot of receptions in zone. Does a really good job of understanding concepts too, I think, which kind of helps you in zone, understanding what teams are running. And there's a lot of film watching that goes in there. And, it's where he is the most comfortable. When he's in bail technique and he is, on side turn, he's able to transition really well. He's able to make plays and do a lot of things like that. And you can really see what, I liked about him, coming out, just because that he is so good in zone, and, what you could see, what this team's maybe this, the future, what they're going to do on defense a little bit. But he did play a lot of press, man. Like he played a lot of press man. So I mean, maybe they feel he has the potential. I think just in press man is a little hit. It's average. It's like hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
You might see a good rep. And then I think him being what he weighed in at 179 pounds, and that 31-inch vertical leap, it shows up when he's in press coverage and the guy he has to make a play on the ball, right? I mean, you kind of see like it's so weird because his ball skills in zone are great. You see some knockdown, some pass breakups. I'm gonna show a couple of those in press coverage, but when it's like a jump ball or like it's a tough catch and he's got to like find the ball in the air, he kind of gets worked a little bit. And you kind of see him get, mossed a couple times on film. And, when you are, what his height is, he is 6 foot, right? And you expect a corner like that who doesn't have short arms. I mean, it's 31-inch arms is not awful, but you still expect him to kind of play the ball a little bit better in the air when you have that 1-on-1. So that's what it comes back to: strength, being that weight, and then him just not having that vertical leap. But he has great hands and he can catch the football. He makes great interceptions. You just got to see what you can get out of him. But it's best if he's playing zone.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I did kind of I heard talk about him being a zone corner. When I watched him a little bit, I was a little bit more impressed with his man coverage skills than I thought I was going to be coming into it. I thought he made a handful of plays on the ball, in man, undercutting routes and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely think he's more of a zone guy, like you said. And then the ball skills are going to be kind of his biggest claim to fame in the NFL. My only worry is I feel like he might be a little bit too reliant on that, where I think he is susceptible to giving up some separation and stuff like that. But again, if you're playing him in zone, you can kind of mitigate that a little bit easier than obviously if you're playing man. So. He's an interesting guy. I think, like you said, the ball production is very intriguing. And kind of we'll see what he ends up being in the league. Yeah, but for the most part, I do think he can be, like you said, a good zone corner. He's definitely smart. I don't know if you have one of these clips, but one of the clip I'm thinking of on there. But there you had one where he did a great job just baiting the quarterback into a pick, and you could tell the quarterback had when he went to throw it and let the ball go, he didn't think. Hezekiah Masses was going to be where he was at. So
yeah, I probably do have that one because he it's funny. His worst game is against Hawaii, which I think is funny. I don't know if he just tapped out. It's pretty hilarious.
Weird.
I don't know. Weird. I need to go watch that game. I was thinking about watching it.
The Tokyo Toe must have gotten in his head. It was too intimidating there on the sideline. His new teammate.
I know. Maybe that's about the film I got to break down. We got to do some Tokyo Toe film. I got to find some kicking film. You know what I mean? Get some special teams going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Switch it up.
I wouldn't even know how to I guess we just draw just see if it would be good in the good on the NFL uprights. I don't even know how to do that. I couldn't tell you I know kicker mechanics that well.
No, I wouldn't be able to help you out there either, man. There's nothing I could do there. All right, here we go. Let's do some masses first. Do masses here. All right, so we can start off with tackling. I think he's a decent tackler. All right. I mean, he does have a 50% missed tackle rate, but I think it's what you'll see here why he does miss tackles. We'll see it in a second because he loves to depend on going at legs here, right? Yeah. I mean, he's a small guy. He's a skinny guy. He really can't take people out, so he likes to tackle at the legs. Right? You see right there. It's a good tackle. You kind of see him just holding on for life. It's good form, though. Good form tackle here.
Yeah. That's funny. Both these guys have to learn how to bring their feet a little bit more when they tackle.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. You see right here, right there. He's just all arms right there, but he got the job done right here. I mean, it's 1-on-1 with the running back here. This is what the team wants right here. 1-on-1 right here with running back in the corner. He makes a good tackle there. Hold on for dear life. And you see another one here. He does a little roll tackle here. Get that 1-on-1 outside there. Boom. So for the most part, like I said, for the most part, when he has a chance to tackle, he does a pretty good job. But he does like to depend on these roll tackles here. So these roll type of things here.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy too that's willing to get involved in the running game for sure.
Yeah. Which is something I like.
Yeah. He may not be the biggest dude or the most physical out there, but he's willing to stick his nose in and contribute.
Yeah. He's mastered that cornerback roll tackle, man. Play corner. you got to roll somebody at some point.
Yeah.
All right, here's another roll tackle here in the open field. Actually, this is a great play right here against Duke.
There we go. Nice play.
He's driving on the screen, but you see it once again, man. Him diving at legs.
Yeah. I don't mind this one as much though, because he does have the receiver on his hip. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's taking on the block. He just goes for broke and hits it. So
yeah, it's a great play right here. I like this one. And then this I'm talking about, like in zone, you can kind of see it. Like when he's not in press coverage, he transitions really well. He gets upfield very quick. When he doesn't have to, he's not in this back pedal or something like that, or like in press coverage, just getting physical with somebody. All right, this one we get another roll tackle here. Boom. I mean, he's consistent with it. I mean, it's one of the best roll tackles I've seen. But I'll show you why it could be an issue here in a second. But it's a nice little tackle there, right? Hit them legs, spot that legs. You know, you're 179. You're not taking a lot of guys out. You know what I mean? Gotta hit that roll tackle. So as you like right here, right? Be the lowest man, right there. There you go. There you go, Masses. So I like this one too, because this one's about just helping in the run game. You know, he comes and fills it here. Now you can kind of tell he doesn't want contact, right? You can kind of tell he's not really. He does wait a little bit on this one, as you can tell, because he's got this guy run at him full speed. He's not really attacking. He starts to kind of go backwards. Now he times it well, right? He does get the tackle, but the guy's already got a first down. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the spot where he can be a little more aggressive for sure.
Yeah, he could, like right here. You know, I want you to kind of come up,
close the gap.
Yeah, close the gap a little bit, man. Just a second down. You just can't, let him get the first down here.
Yeah,
makes a good tackle, but we want you to come help out a little bit quicker here. So, all right, and so like I said, so at times you kind of see him miss some of these tackles here, like, and it's really because he is going for the legs here. So you got just one-on-one right here. And he tries to do another roll tackle. That you just kind of just toss him to the side like that. Just basically times it and gets upfield.
Yeah.
So you can't fully depend on that too, because then the NFL guys just start jumping over him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't fully depend on this. But you just see it right there. He's kind of even dropped his head a little bit.
Yeah. Like he's trying to get low, but there is a certain point where like the low man doesn't win when your chest is parallel to the line of scrimmage and you have no power under you.
Exactly. All right. So next one here. Now we can start off with some zone coverage here, right? So here is against Louisville. What I like in this one, right? I mean, it seems like a kind of simple rep. Is one that he's not covering grass, which I really like in this one. So you see him in the bail technique here in that cover 3, right? And because some guys, if he starts going inside, maybe they stick here. Maybe they're worried about this route right here from 0. What I like is how he understands what's happening with the coverages in front of him, and he kind of just sticks with this guy right there. So you kind of see that knowledge he has a little bit of understanding that even though I'm supposed to just have this third, there's nobody on my side. There's nobody coming on my side. I'm gonna kind of help on this post route right here. Right there. I like that. So nice route. Miller Moss did not get drafted today. I remember at that USC game against LSU, it was like, oh, Miller Moss.
Miller Moss. He was the next hot thing.
These Miller Moss film.
Yeah. Lesson learned on quarterback evals.
Exactly. All right. So here's another one I like on this one. And you can see the transition ability and him kind of just be able to kind of mirror this route, right? He understands that this guy's about to sit here, right? So he's in bail technique here. Let's cover 3 look here. Now, since he has his eyes on the quarterback, he understands what this route is probably going to be. So he's able to kind of transition right here, kind of stick with him, get right in his hip. And, you can see Mensa, who I'm very impressed with. I love me some Darian Mensa. He didn't. He wanted to go there, but you can see Masses.
Didn't feel like he could.
Yeah.
Like you can see the route, the anticipation too. Like he started closing that before the receiver got to the top of his route.
Yeah. All right, here's another rep here. Now you can see him in press coverage at first here, right? Kind of impressed, and he kind of adjust this here once they get those guys outside. So you can see him again in off coverage here. Now this time it looks like they're playing a little bit of quarters here. Now he's got the double move here, right? He does a good job of not taking the bait here. He doesn't take the bait on that double move. But what I like too is that he's able to kind of just stay in side turn here, understand where the ball is going. It doesn't start like to turn and run and like panic. Kind of stays there. And then what I like here at the end is where he closes the gap here. See that right there?
Yeah.
I really like this in this rep. Right? Kind of find that. Stay there, find the football, keep your eyes on the quarterback, and then just close this gap late. Right? Which, that kind of avoids the pass interference because you got your eyes on the ball.
Yeah.
And you do a good job of just kind of closing that gap. And then, that's not pass interference in there, and that ball's kind of thrown out.
Yeah.
At the end zone.
He's just tracking the ball and cutting off the route.
Mm-hmm. So, but he's just very comfortable in zone coverage.
Yeah.
So, like, if he had to play, like that's what you want. You want him playing zone coverage right away. All right. So here's another one where he's in bail one more time here. Now, this one's about the transitions here. Like, this is like sometimes when you see him in press coverage, it doesn't look this clean here as it looked here when he's in bail, right? So he's in bail. He gets in the side turn here. He's facing a comeback. Right? It's good timing from the quarterback. Pretty good timing here. But you kind of see him be able to drive right here on the football. And what I like, too, is when he's driving on the football, he understands where this pass is going because Moss misses his throw, basically. He's throwing it over here. Yeah. And he does a good job of coming out to the football and then getting his hands in there, knocking that ball out. It's a great breakup right there.
Yeah. Nice job. Playing through the receiver's back. Is that Chris Bell, too?
I don't think so.
Bell 0?
Yeah, it is. It's Chris Bell. Locking him up. Yeah, it's probably his before Chris Bell got hurt, I think. That was a very T. Higgins route right there by Chris Bell. All right, so let's get you some of the interception here. This is one of my favorite interceptions here. You can see him in some cover 3 here on this one. All right, you see him in cover 3. And what I like is the route recognition, right? Because you're basically getting, looks like some kind of white cross type of play where you're kind of getting double post here, right? And then you kind of get this go route underneath from this wide receiver right here, right out of the stack. Now, we talked about him earlier, understanding and sticking with this guy. But what you see on this one, you even see Miller Moss's eyes trying to bait him to, looks like that's Chris Bell right there, right? And then throw it behind him.
Yep.
But Masses just reads it perfectly because he has his eyes on the quarterback. And
this is the play I was talking about.
Yeah, he's just able to bait the quarterback right there and then kind of see the makes that turn, gets horizontal, and then just reads this ball. I mean, Moss thought he had like a big play here. No, you don't. No, you do not. Masses makes a great play. This is why I love him in zone. Great catch right there.
Yeah. And what he does so well in this one too, like that I love about it is he like carries the post a little bit. He like follows the post for a second when in the whole time he's passing it off to the safety. Mm-hmm. And then that's what baits Moss. And that's why Moss throws it because he thinks he's going to follow the post.
Yeah,
and
that
see it right
go
route's going to be open. And then he just steps in the passing lane and makes the pick.
Yeah.
Just baited him. Perfect bait. Perfect coverage.
All right. Here's another one against Minnesota. In this one on Minnesota, I mean, he just basically runs the route for this guy on this one. You'll kind of see it. Right? I mean, he's getting this out route up here, and you can already see him understanding that the out route's coming. You can see it. The quarterback about to throw it.
Yeah.
Right?
He's running the route for him.
Yeah. This quarterback is getting a lot of first-round buzz, too.
Yeah.
He also likes to get buzzed, but anyways. It's a great read by Hezekiah Masses right here, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Like in zone coverage, it's just a natural, right? He ran the route for this guy right there. He's right in front of it. Look at him. Perfect. Pick that off.
Beats the wide receiver to the spot.
Yeah, that's how you do it, man. So I really like it. I really like that one. All right, so let's get to a little bit of press coverage here. Now, I believe that this one that's a soft shoe technique right there,
Say what?
The technique is like, was that soft shoe right there a little bit?
Yeah, I call it. I consider that soft shoe because he didn't get hands on until well down.
Yeah,
well down the line.
So what I like about this one, you can tell this is a little bit of route recognition too, because right when he's able to kind of get his hands on him there, kind of win that fight, but he understands where the route is going. Now, I mean, he's kind of tugging there a little bit, so you can talk about the NFL. He's got these little handsy there, but it's still a good route, still a good rep here, right? Understand where your leverage is. You're able to stick with him there, but you kind of see with the grab on, like just maybe like to change the direction. You know, that's why we didn't get a 3 cone, right? We didn't get a 3 cone or a 20-yard show right there. All right, here's another good rep. Now, this one, when I originally saw it, I was like, oh, he kind of got beat out inside. But what he's doing is he knows he's got the safety right here. All right. He's got the safety right here, right? Understands that, so he knows he has the inside. So he's able to kind of just have that outside leverage and know that he can play that corner, because if it's a post route, he's got that safety in there. So this is perfectly how you want to play it right here.
Yeah.
Great job. And then, find the football in the air right there. You got force quarterback kind of throw out of bounds there.
Very good route recognition. I mean, that's the biggest thing. He's so good at anticipating and being in the right spot.
Yeah, he's a super smart player.
Yeah.
Which I think was a theme with these defensive prospects.
For sure.
All right. Next one here. Now this one, you see him he gets his hands on him in this one, right? So does a good job of staying square here. Doesn't open the gate too early. Gets his hands on him right there. He's able to kind of stick on that hip there, right? I mean, kind of see now, maybe number 5 is not the most physical guy, but he's able to stick with him here. It's not the best route in the world here, but he's kind of seeing him to stick with him and then make a play on the ball, right, get in front of it. Yeah. He's all over this rep, so it's a great rep right here. Get 2 hands on him. You stay in his hip there. Boom. Knock that ball down. So there is some good man press coverage reps here. There is.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check out this one here. Boom. There's another one. He gets called for a flag on this one.
I thought the same thing. This is so ticky-tack, Dan.
I know, it's so ticky-tack. I'm sure from the backside, but on the end zone view. But I like this rep too, because you see him once again staying square here, right? You stay square, then he's able to kind of get his hands on him, right his hip. He's just all over him, and then I don't know where the flag comes from. I have no idea.
It's damn college refs. They don't call stuff that you think would be obvious, and then they call it stuff like this.
I mean, he's all over that, man. It's a great rep to me.
Yeah,
you can see it from the backside here.
Does he? Yeah,
that's what I was trying to see.
He hooks. Oh, you know what it was? Is the tug? Like if you back it up a little bit, I guess that's not what they called, but like he's tugging right. Yeah,
he tugged a little bit there, maybe
getting a little handsy, and like I guess they're saying he turned his shoulders, but if anything, it's holding over.
Yeah, I can see the little tug there.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, weak call.
I was gonna say the ref wait to see the quarterback complete it first, then he threw it.
Yeah, that's his criteria.
Wasn't completion, so I'm gonna throw a flag. Yeah. All right, and this is a great interception here against Boston College, right? So, which this rep's gonna be kind of getting to the next segment here, because he does. I feel like he kind of loses here, right, off the line here, right. Does a good job of staying square, but he tries to get his hands on it. You kind of see a bigger wide receiver can get physical, gets that arm over, right? Now, what happens, though, is route recognition after that. It's like, okay, this guy has an inside stem. He's probably not going outside. He's going to kind of run a little dig route here, or a dig route, and you kind of can see how Masses doesn't fall for the little outside fake. Maybe there's a little bit, a tug again right there, but he's able to kind of stick with him and then just drives on his football. It's just a great play. This is a great rep right here. Perfect.
Great play. Again, just running the route for the receiver just speaks to his IQ and his instincts.
Yeah. because like I said, he kind of loses off the line here, but
yeah,
does a good job of just kind of staying with it, staying that guy's hip. Makes a good pick right there. Almost runs it back. All right. And here's the last one here of the good reps. We're getting to the problems of press in a second. But this is another good press rep here. All right, staying square, using the sideline, getting physical there with number one. So there are some elements here, man. There's some elements of press coverage where you can get that done. He's way more natural in zone, but they played so much press at Cal. All right, so kind of get into like how just sometimes the physicality is just a little bit of issue, right? So you see on this one, right? I think this is against Chris Bell here. This is against Chris Bell here, and what you see is, Masses does a good job of getting square. He stays square when he tries to get that, get that press coverage here, and then Bell, starts to come inside on this quick slant, and then Bell kind of just gets physical and just kind of pushes him off. He gets that just enough separation there.
Yeah.
It's a good tackle there by Masses, but
yeah,
you just see that a little bit of the issues there with the press coverage there. Just kind of somebody tries to get physical with him, boom, push him around.
Yeah, and I mean Bell's a big physical dude, but that's not even like that physical of a release.
Yeah,
you just kind of armbarred him, just beat him.
All right, and then here he is against number one from Duke. I have no idea who this guy is, but you're gonna see on this one. Right, it's kind of the same thing. The guy just gets physical with him at the line of scrimmage. Like I said, like he doesn't open the gate early or nothing like that. It's just as soon as number one gets that arm in there, pushes him, gets enough separation, and he's not able to win at the catch point there. There's another Mensa, man, Miami. I'm super interested, man. I'm super interested. All right. Now, this is probably one of his worst reps in press, but like you kind of saw it earlier when sometimes he could just kind of open that gate a little too early, and then when he gets beat, and then you see the guy do the arm over, right? The physicality there, and he gets beat there. He's kind of just falling on himself, and then let's also talk about the press coverage, the transition. Like that does not look the same. You know what I mean? Like that. It's very choppy at the top.
I feel like when he gets beat on the line, he panics a little bit. Like it kind of gets out of his tube a little bit. Yeah. So you kind of see it there.
All right. And there's this one here. So the press, and this one we're talking about just the contested catches here in this one. Now, because I mean, this is it's not a bad press rep, right? He's in good position here, right? He's in good position. You like it, everything you like about this rep. But once the ball's in the air, right, the guy's able to kind of just get just that vertical. They see the 31-inch vertical leap. He's just not able to kind of make the play against the wide receiver. He's just not physical enough to make those type of plays, right? And kind of win that type of rep. You kind of see it just here. He just kind of gets beasted. He just doesn't really get off the ground at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And this one is a great example. I mean, this is a high level throw. I'm gonna say that one for this is a great press coverage, right? He knows he's got the inside, right? He's got the inside leverage to help inside, right? And he's right here. I mean, you're thinking, okay, I can make this play, but as you see here, he's just not able to find the ball, and then he can't jump, and he can't make a play on it, and then he just gets out.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the throw, but you kind of see it backside.
You get a little bonus episode. You get the Hezekiah Masses breakdown, and then the Darian Mensah hype tape for Marcus.
I don't know, man. I think
you should probably market. I
think you should probably market a bet on Miami. I'm just taking it. Miami for the national championship. You just remember this throw, and Hezekiah Masses trying his best to make a play there, but you can kind of see that the athleticism was just not there to kind of make plays like that. But yeah, but if you want to go on Polymarket or whatever you guys like to use, take Miami. I don't know. It's just thought that you should think about. But yeah, that's Hezekiah Masses. He's, like I said, great in zone. He's a decent tackler. Of course, like there are some good moments in press, but like it's just some of the physical limitations are just there, right? I mean, the vertical leap, him being 179 pounds, that's going to limit him a little bit. So it's better for him just to be in that zone coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you completely too. Like, I will say, like I said, I was a little bit more impressed with him and man coverage. Like, I think a lot of it was just the route recognition. I think that can help him out a little bit, but like you said, just the lack of size and strength and a little bit of hip tightness is going to be an issue if he wants to play press man. But zone coverage wise, hard to beat. And like I said, that play against Louisville where he just did, like perfectly like baited Moss into that throw was really stands out to me. And just again, the football IQ and then on top of it, the ball skills to be able to capitalize. So
for
interesting dude for a 5th round guy. I mean, what was he pick? What do we have him? They get him here at like 175. Like, definitely an interesting dude at that spot where who knows, who knows what it'll be in a couple of years especially when he can get a little more time in the weight room, bulk up a little bit too, and maybe work on some of those lateral movement skills and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree, man. All right, let's get into some Dalton Johnson.
Sounds good. All right, so with Dalton, I'm gonna start with a few run fits here, and again, just kind of reiterating what I was talking about, where he's just willing to get involved in the run and stick his nose in here. Like on this one, obviously we're not putting this on the highlight tape at the end of the year, but this is pretty good. This is really good run support from depth over here, about like 9 yards off the ball. And what I like about this is just the way he attacks this play and the way he attack. Like you can kind of see him like right about here, start to banana his angle so that he can get on the outside shade of this block. And what that does is that just forces that quarterback here, Bachmeier, to cut up the field instead of being able to run over towards the sideline. And then Bachmeier ends up just running right into that defensive tackle, and it's a 1 yard gain. So it's a situation where Dalton Johnson's not making the play, but he technically is making the play on that one, just with a good run fit. Now this next one, again, not one that we're going to be clamoring about too much, but I just like the hustle and the effort from here as like the backside free safety where he's going to start on the opposite hash and then just takes a great angle to kind of make sure that guy ends up going out of bounds, especially when our cornerback, the opposite of what I was just saying, ends up going underneath the block and losing the edge contain. And I mean, Johnson's just there and just does a great job in pursuit to be in a good spot to force that running receiver out of bounds and prevent the bad play from being worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Which sometimes that's all you want from your free safety in the run game.
Yeah, that's very true.
Another one here, again, same kind of thing. Like he's going to start 11 yards off the ball here.
Yeah.
And like you'll see him kind of rotate, and then as soon as he reads the run, like he just starts triggering downhill and finds a way to make a play. Ends up making the tackle about 5 yards for a 5 yard gain after starting 11 yards off the ball. We'll take that every time of the week, every day of the week.
For sure.
Twice on Sundays. This is the other thing I like about him too, is like there's a saying, like especially when you're a safety getting in the run fit, that's just get in where you fit in, and he's really good at recognizing where he fits in. Like you can see once this the left tackle like kind of turns inside to go block this linebacker. Now there's this open lane, and he just does a great job of shooting it.
Yeah,
and again makes a tackle for this time about a 1 yard gain from the free safety spot. Next clip's basically the same thing. Just close your eyes, Marcus. Stay. I will say this is like one thing, like he ends up getting the guy on the ground, but this is kind of what I was talking about, where like he tackles very similar to Hezekiah Masses, where like he tries to get low, but at some point like getting low like actually hurts you, where I'd rather see you be a little bit higher and then just run your feet through him. Now again, on this one, he gets the guy on the ground, but you can see this was very close to being a tackle that he makes. But and we'll see another example too later on that he kind of got away with it too, but just an area of improvement. This one, great tackle.
Yeah, it's a great one right here.
From that safety spot, especially with these like 3 high looks that Arizona liked running with Stukes over here. And I believe that's no, Genesis Smith is there. But either way, Arizona loved running these where he was kind of like where he was one of the outside safeties.
Yeah.
Great job running the alley. I mean, a perfect angle. I like his angles a lot.
It's a great tackle right there.
Tackle. Like this one, I don't mind him not like bring his feet with, because he kind of had to lay out to be able to make that play, and he had the sideline to help him out.
Yeah.
Situation where I don't mind that type of tackle. Again, same thing what I was just talking about. Get in where you fit in, find a lane, and just shoot it. And I mean, to start from a free safety spot and still come up and make tackles near the line of scrimmage, that just tells me a guy that wants to be involved.
Yeah.
Involved in run fit.
Yeah,
this is another spot too where I don't mind him diving because we're about to take on a 300-pound puller. That's not a formula we like.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I said no, it's not. That's not a formula. Like no, not at all.
Yeah. This time gonna be at the strong safety spot. He didn't have a ton of like great plays from against the run from at strong safety from the games that I watch, but again, same kind of thing. Just kind of transfers over to the second level. Yeah. What I like about this one too is like this is a read op, and like you can see he kind of has to hang out here to make sure that ball goes to the running back. And once he sees it, now he's like, all right, well, I got this lane to kind of to be able to shoot with the line game that the defense has on that kind of created the extra lane. And just boom, makes a nice tackle.
Yeah. I'm saying he's willing to tackle. He's not scared to get in there.
For sure. Just needs some formula work. Yeah. Now, this play I almost just skipped over it when I was watching it before, because I didn't realize what happened. Mm-hmm. But this is a hell of a forced fumble. He just punched the ball out.
Wow.
So again, Marcus, is against your Sun Devils. So
close your eyes. I know. That's a great play.
Yeah, and while engaged with the receiver, this is I think where a little bit of his strength is. He's not a guy that I think is going to be great against like tight ends and offensive linemen in the running game, but he's not going to get blocked by receivers here. And you can see a good job of him just setting that firm edge, and then on top of it, boom, little peanut punch, force that fumble.
That's wild, dog.
Great that turnover. That's about how that game went for ASU.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Again, him playing a screen here. This is the tackle I was really talking about, where like you can really see what I was mentioning. Now he ends up making it and he recovers, but like you can see like that was like he's lucky he made this tackle.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about a little bit too. Like I love the read and I love the aggressiveness. I love that he breaks down, but we got to keep bringing our feet because he just tries to get low. Mm-hmm. And it like this is not a powerful position, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Like when we're squatting in the weight room, we do this, we're going to the hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, I want to have your base and your feet underneath you. Where like at this point, like I think that might be that smaller receiver from Cincinnati. Like at that point, like I'd almost rather just see you go chest to chest and be high and take it down that way. Because you don't have your base underneath you when you're trying to get that low. When the situation where the low man win becomes a fallacy. This one's even better from depth. And what I like about this one too is it kind of combines what I was talking about before with the run fits a little bit, where like you can see he triggers, does a good job of recognizing the screen and beats the guard to the spot here, where that's going to force this receiver to keep working inside and back into the defense. Mm-hmm. And on top of it, puts a nice little move on that guy, make that lineman miss in space, and ends up making the tackle himself.
Yeah. It's a nice play.
But moving on to where he's really going to make some money, I think this is going to be, I believe there's going to be a few of it. Oh, yeah, his interceptions. This one I love, and this one was really damn impressive. Yeah, mainly because what Arizona is trying to do here is they're just trying to run cover 4. Mm-hmm. Right? Genesis Smith's going to drop down to disguise it. That's why they like doing those 3 safety looks. Mm-hmm. Everyone else is covering a deep quarter. The problem is BYU fumbles the snap. And not to call out Traden Stukes here, but to call out Traden Stukes here. Get a little over aggressive. And then it hits the oh shit moment of that quarterback just gets the ball, because if you watch this, it bounced right back up to him.
Yeah.
But what Dalton does a great job of is once Bachmeier here starts rolling out, like you see he's got his hips open and he's going to take his eyes and finds this tight end, right? He's eyeing this tight end right now. And then that's where that speed comes in. Yeah. And he ends up turning what could have been an absolute disaster and maybe a touchdown for BYU into a pick.
Interception.
Which is a wild play to go from a fumbled snap to a quick recovery to a wide open guy downfield and then to an interception.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Just a great job. Just being alert, like this, being a football player. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just stepping out of your assignment and picking up and then covering for your teammate.
Yeah.
Your teammate who's still your teammate.
Yeah. I remember when I watched that play caught my eye. I was like, wow, that's a great play.
That was pretty impressive. See him in a free safety role. This one, I mean, this is another one. Just great job of just reading the quarterback's eyes, just showing his football IQ. Like they're gonna rotate, they're gonna spin Genesis Smith down and him to the single high look, Like you can see, like one thing I like about him too is his eyes and zone. Like he's really eye disciplined. Like if you watch him, like right here, like just watch his head. I'll keep going to slow. Like he's going to take a peek here to see what action I have. And what that's going to tell him is he goes, all right, I see this underneath route, I see these crossing routes, and I only have one deep threat. So then when he gets his eyes back to the quarterback and he sees Sorsby here, like looking this direction, he knows where to go.
Yeah.
And he just tracks the ball in the air and ends up coming up with a pick on a slight underthrow there from Sorsby.
Yeah, that's a great play, man.
Yeah. One might say Sorsby tried to take a gamble here.
Yeah. Trying to take a gamble.
And he lost. Took a gamble and went straight to the supplemental draft.
All right, here we go.
This is the play I was talking about, the volleyball interception. And what I love about this one, you guys have heard me, if you follow this channel a while, you hear me talk about this all the time, especially when you're underneath and you don't have anything like threat. You have no threats, right? The tight end's going to leak out here late, but he's blocking in the pass protocol. And then on top of it, the back who is in the dot here. So you do have to be a little bit concerned about him as an underneath defender. The back stays in the protection call too. So there is nothing underneath. Do not just sit here and cover grass. And he just does a great job of sinking and continuing to work for depth.
Yeah, it's a great play.
And on top of it, like now he just makes a nice play on the ball. And the reason why I say that is like, this is what the biggest difference with these types of throws is, especially with this route combination that Cincy has, where this guy's going to run an out and up, and then we're going to get a post route from the outside receiver. That puts a lot of stress on this cover 3 corner, because he's got to make sure that this outside guy's running the post, pass that off to the safety, and then come pick up the out and up route. So he doesn't have a ton of time to be able to get to the sideline. And what sinking and what getting depth work does is, instead of Sorsby, like if Johnson just kind of hung out at 30 right here, Sorsby can just kind of laser this to the sideline, maybe throw it back shoulder, and it's an easy completion. But him working for depth forces Sorsby to throw it over him and throw with a little more touch. And obviously he can't quite get it there, and it ends up being a big play. So that's just an excellent job. Again, just knowing your assignment, recognizing the route combo, and then just executing more than anything.
Another gamble by
Sorsby. It came up broke. Oh, Brendan, you set yourself up for that, buddy.
Oh my god. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, even if he plays it, I feel like, how can we not call him the gambler?
Yeah, of course. He's gonna be his nickname is his calling card, I guess, if you will, in the league.
You have to call him that anyways. Keep going.
Yeah. Little coverage 0 here, and again, kind of almost like more of like a pattern match, almost more like a fire zone pattern matching technique, because they're obviously willing to exchange this like switch release concept or the scissors concept from ASU. Again, you can see the route recognition. Like, he makes the cut almost at the same time as the receiver does, right?
Yeah.
And just steps in the passing lane. Doesn't get the pick there, but ends up getting a PBU.
That's a great play.
Yeah. Now this one more of a bad ball by, again, Marcus closed his eyes. Yeah.
I mean,
but I do love him digging it out and digging out that low ball and getting the interception. This won the territorial clip, so
yeah, this is the end of the game.
Sealed the win.
Yeah, man. Good old Jeff Sims.
Is he gonna be the quarterback next year?
I was like, no, I think he's gone, man.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Him and Levitt were a package deal.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, dude.
Yeah. On this one, he's going to be on like call it a green dog blitz, where basically he's in man coverage here with the running back. But when the running back ends up getting involved in the pass protection call, that means he has the freedom to go rush the passer. But as you can see, like, he just does a great job of getting his hands up. And I mean, you've heard me talk about this with a few guys in the draft cycle. I love dudes who, even when they're rushing the passer, they still find a way to make a play on the ball and get the ball skills. Ends up being a PBU for that incompletion. Now, these next few are kind of going to be one-offs or more random clip. This is just a great rep in man coverage against Joe Royer, who I believe was a 5th-round pick by the Browns, if I remember that correctly.
Okay.
Just a great job just picking him up on that little wheel route.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good play.
Tight coverage ended up being an incompletion. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say maybe he could do a better job of looking for the ball, but he at least isn't too physical and looking to play the hands. Gets his hands in the passing lane or the catch point to make sure Royer doesn't come up with that. And for a couple big hits, now
there you go, Dalton Johnson. There you go.
I give props to this Cincinnati receiver, because This was a shot, and I don't know how he held on the ball, but he did.
Yeah, that was a big shot. Oh, good.
But yeah, this is what you like to see from your safety. I mean, that was a great hit. This is a great form tackle too. This is the power that I was talking about in the intro.
Yeah. Oh. Strong, dude.
Nice job, that guy to take on, to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Again, one more big hit. Now this is kind of a bad ball. It's thrown behind the receiver, although I will say probably more on the receiver. I think the quarterback is actually right there. But
yeah,
again, nice job to jar the ball loose. And I like it too because like he just reads it. Like again, you can kind of see his eyes on this one. Like he's initially like looking at the receiver, seeing what concept he's going to get, and once he sees the double slants, like he just knows where to go. And then once he gets his eyes back on the quarterback and he sees the quarterback start to throw, he knows exactly where to be. And it's just in the right spot to go. Make sure that ends up being an incompletion.
Yeah. All right.
Again, I don't know if he has like an elite like trait that he can kind of hang his hat on or anything like that, but what he brings to the table as far as being like just the versatility and being able to contribute both phases of the game, like I do think he can carve out a solid NFL career. Like I'm excited to see what he ends up becoming in the league, because I think he at the very least can be one of those versatile guys off the bench that may not be a superstar, but definitely are the kind of like the crux or the core of your team that you really need. One of those positions where you never talk about them until you need them, and then you really want to and you really want to make sure they're there.
Yeah, I think what you really showed is kind of like what I was talking about before. Like he has that kind of guy that looks like he might be like a starter like 2 or 3 years from now. Kind of has like that Marcus Epps kind of growth type of thing. Like like Epps is he was undrafted, but this is a 5th round guy. So you still see that growth where he could probably be that starter, and then maybe you have to decide whether you have to pay him or not, but that's up to you. But
yeah,
you kind of see that he has that in him, and the intelligence too. I mean, the route recognition, understanding what's happening, and be able to play multiple positions, playing free safety, playing strong safety, playing slot, and playing 2 high safety. Like he has all those things there. That versatility is going to show up, and then especially if he plays good on special teams, and if he gets a shot and he plays, shows some decent play, and then maybe he gets a shot next year to be a starter, and then you kind of see if he becomes that full-time starter year 3. I mean, that's kind of what you see with him, because he has that ability to play safety everywhere, and the coaching staff might end up falling in love with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because he's a guy that I think you could see like being the coach, like the coaches loving. On top of it, and going back to when I was interviewing Arizona strength coach, like basically like I just straight up asked him like about like his leadership skills, and basically there's like, yeah, he's like a coach in pads. Like he's the type of guy that he's going to be coaching up everyone else. I mean, I don't think he's going to probably be doing that as a rookie. I wouldn't advise that. Yeah. But he's a guy that you can tell like football coaches, like football guys are going to love this guy because of what his mentality, and on top of it his IQ. And again, you can bring some good things to the table as far as like the ball skills and providing some run support. But like you can tell he's a high energy, high effort type of guy that coaches are going to love when they get him in the building. Yeah,
for sure, dude. All right, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. We'll be back on Wednesday doing Brandon Cleveland and Malik Benson, and then we'll do some undrafted guys after that. So just get ready for that, guys. Let's do some membership stuff this weekend. So be on the lookout for those membership videos as well. And we're out of here. Peace.